Hello and welcome to episode 1 of my Empyrion Galactic Survival tutorial Let's Play series. This episode will be on an introduction to Empyrion Galactic Survival. Empyrion, which I'm gonna call from now on, just to shorten it because it is rather a long name. Empyrion is on Steam and is priced at £14.99 or $18.63. It is developed by Empyrion Game Studios. As of the 29th of November 2016, it is currently on sale at half price. So at the moment it only costs £7.49 or $9.32, which is a real bargain. It is constantly being updated. It is heavily under development, but they have added so much to the game now. In the latest update they have been adding mothers. Not the type you're thinking of. You can now make a mother base and a child base. Basically two bases you can join together. Although I haven't delved very deep into that yet. I will hopefully take a look at it in the future. This, in my humble opinion, is one of the top 2 planetary survival games on Steam at the moment. The other, of course, being Planet Explorers. Both games are just amazingly fun to play, but don't take my word for it. Watch some of my episodes and you will see the joy to behold. This is what it says on the Steam store page. Empyrion Galactic Survival is a 3D open world space survival adventure in which you can fly across space and land on planets, build, explore, fight and survive in a hostile galaxy full of hidden dangers. And it does it amazingly well. You will all notice there's a multiplayer option, so you can either join someone's server or you can just put in a friend's IP address and their port address and you can connect to their game. It's absolutely fantastic. I've been playing with Anchor and he's just totally loving the game at the moment. Anyway, let's do a new game. Oh, so here you can see that you can set all the parameters for your game. I'm just going to leave it defaulted on this because you know what, you're going to be new players to the game. I don't want to start on difficult with droids coming and blowing me up to bits and keep dying, so we'll start with it just all defaulted. Number of deposits, it's talking about the ores, and so this is just all good. Leave it all defaulted like so. Okay, so up here, game name, let's call it Game 1. Oh, okay, that exists. So let's call it Game Series. There we go. Right, okay, let's now start. Now they've had some major load of updates over the last 12 months and they've changed the way the game starts. Well, they've given you more of a linear way to start the game, as by gently helping you by giving you some objectives to get started with. And in actual fact, when I used to play Empyrion a couple of years ago, this was exactly how I started off when I got on the planet. So you start in this escape pod. You want to be heading for near water, but not near that alien base over there. So I'm going to go over this way, and you want to land near water because you really, when you first start your base on a planet, you need to be near water because the water you use for creating oxygen and purified, well, you create water which you can then turn into purified water. So the very first thing is try and aim your escape pod to a site near water, just like this. The next thing to be aware of is make sure you take everything out of the escape pod straight away. So there we go, we've crash landed on this alien planet. The planet's called Aqua, by the way. There are several planets, but we're starting on Aqua. So the very first thing, go to your escape pod, press the F key and take everything. Why? Because this escape pod will disappear after a few minutes, and then if you've not taken everything from inside it, you will have to start the game over because you won't have any resources. Okay, so here we are on this alien planet called Aqua, and what I'm going to do now, there is something over there. I don't know whether that's a hostile base or part of the main mothership, which we were all on before it crash landed. So it's either going to be hostile or it's going to have a ton of stuff for us to go and collect. More resources. Now the first thing that you'll notice, it's got hints down the bottom. On the bottom left it's showing health, food, oxygen, stamina. The very first thing you need to do is press the U key to take off your helmet to stop wasting your oxygen. Do you notice if I press the U key again how the border around the screen changes dark and light? So make sure you turn off the helmet in the bottom left there. You can see now it says off, because you're going to need all your oxygen to start with in gathering seaweed, which is something we will do later on to create fuel for our drill. But we don't need to do it at the moment. Now you'll see that it's giving us a friendly, in the top right under the mini map you'll see it's giving us the time. It's going to be 9 minutes until daylight, until darkness. I've got 9 minutes basically to get started before it gets really dark, and I'm not going to be able to record episodes while it's dark because in Empyrion it gets too dark to record. Once I start placing a base and lights, then it will change and there will not be any problem. Now what I'm doing first of all is I'm walking around looking for resources. On the left hand side of the screen above the health, food and oxygen and stamina, you'll see is your toolbar where we will equip our tools. So if we press the tab key, here's our inventory, and we've got a basic pistol to start with. We'll be upgrading that soon enough. I'll put that in slot 1. I'll put the drill in slot 2, the chainsaw in slot 3, and fill and flatten in slot 4. These are our starter tools. We can improve these tools, especially the weapon, and we can also make more tools, but these are the ones it starts us off with. Now I'm just checking if they've got ammunition in them, which I believe they start with. Yeah, so they've all got ammo in them to start with. These are the components for their ammunition, for refueling them, their ammunition. So the F and F, flatten and fill and flatten, which is that tool. So we get 1 charge for that. 250.50 caliber bullets for our pistol, which we won't be using, like I say, for very long. Let's see, we've got biofuel for our drill. This is only for the tier 1 drill. We will move on to a tier 2 drill as soon as we can. And let's see, so the chainsaw also uses biofuel. So there we go, that's the basics of what we have there. These seeds are very precious. Make sure you keep them safe, just like the grow light and the growing pot. Anyway, right, enough waffling. I will try and explain more, but I've got to keep moving because I'm fighting time against darkness. When it gets dark, I'll have to end the episode because it will be too dark to record. Although it's only going to be 15 minutes long. What I'm doing is I'm walking along the river edge looking for some resources, any ores. Now what I can do to speed this up, we are given to start with a motorbike construction kit. So it's telling us to place a survival constructor. So let's do that because I want to make a motorbike. Okay, so we can place excuse me, we can place a survival constructor down anywhere, and I'll be picking it back up again once I've made what I want to. So let's just pull it here. So you pull it on your hotbar to the left, and then you can just left click it on the ground. You can rotate all of the structures. We'll look at that later. So left click, it's placed it. You see, so I've successfully done that first task. Now it wants me to add crafting materials. So let's do that. If you hold the left shift key and left click, it will put in the resources for you, like so. Okay, so that's put some basic resources in. Now it's saying that I need to add fuel packs. These are fuel packs. These are ores, the different types of ores: cobalt, iron, copper, silicon and promethium. There are more ores, but some of them are on different planets. Oh, and magnesium for ammunition. Okay, let's have a look. What does it want us to do now? So add fuel pack templates, add motorbike template, start production. Okay, so we've added that. Now it wants us to make a motorbike. So let's find where the motorbike is. There it is. So we'll click motorbike. And we've got to turn it on. So press this button up here. It's now on. And it's now creating, as you can see, the motorbike. This is a very basic starter vehicle. We will use it very limited. Okay, so I'm going to put that on the toolbar, number 5. I'm going to grab all my resources back because we don't want to keep this here. Now if we left shift and press the F key, we pick it back up. So you'll see that it's back in my inventory. There it is, the survival constructor. Okay, let's get on the motorbike because we can travel around on this planet quicker. So left click to put it down, then the F key to ride it. Right, now we've got a motorbike. That was funny, it looked like it was still on the ground. I can travel around much quicker. I'm looking for resources near water. You do not want to start a base too far away from resources. Another excuse me, another thing to be careful of is do not run your motorbike into the water, otherwise it will fly off. Now you have to be careful when going up steep mountains. Your motorbike will run out of speed and you'll have to quickly get off and pick it back up. Okay, so I'm taking a look to see what's over here. Oh, right. Still no resources yet. Amazing. Oh, try not to hit a bush. Okay, now if you press the M key, it can bring up a map. What I'm going to do is head over to this water over here, because I'm not sure... Oh, there's a resource. In fact, let's turn around and see whether that was an alien base behind me. Okay, now I'm going to try and see if I can get quick enough to get up this mountain. Yeah, cool. And I'm going to circle around this lake. All the time my food is going down, and also it's getting closer to darkness. So I want to try and get food and a base set up. The motorbike is just the W key for moving forwards and A and D for left and right. S will brake and take you in reverse. Ah, right, so that's the crashed Titan, which is actually exactly what we want, which is just over there opposite me. Okay, so if I carry on around this shore, I will get back to the Titan. The Titan, the crashed Titan, there's 3 parts to the ship. There's a front, middle and rear. And all 3 parts have a great deal of resources that you can use. I may even set my first base up inside the Titan, which sounds like a very good idea. But let's see how many resources, if any, are around here first. Okay, I'm going to keep checking the map. I don't want to go into the water. Now there's something red on my map. You can see the mini-map top right corner, so I definitely want to stay away from that. You can see the motorbike is so much quicker. Ah, discovered copper. Copper's good. And notice you get experience when you discover new resources. Ah, promethium. That is definitely something very useful to have. I normally start a game near promethium or iron. But let's carry on moving around and see if we can find more resources. So we've got some promethium, that's very important. as it is needed a great deal. Oh, there's the 15-minute timer. I'm just going to carry on a little bit longer, see if I can find another ore. Yep, you can see you've got to be careful with the motorbike. No, 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 not in the water. Don't go in the water. Don't do it. Don't go there. Okay, so is there any other resources over this side? There are lots of hostile creatures on the planets. On Aqua you'll find raptors, and you will also find hostile aliens. There are friendly aliens, they're not all bad. So I've got Promethean over there. I've got the MS Titan over here. Let's see if there's any other resources near the Titan. Because I would like to... Ah, right, there's raptors. I don't want to get too near them. They will attack me. Ah, here we go, what we found. Iron, perfect. Just what I wanted. So I've got iron and Promethean. If we look at the map, you'll see there's the Promethean, there's the iron. This is a very good spot for a base. I will move into the Titan at some point, but for starters, I've got access to two of very important ores, iron and Promethean. There's also copper over here, so I just need to find cobalt and some... what's the other one I need? So I need to find some silicon and magnesium. They're the only two I'm missing. I've got the other three. Cool. Right, so I'm going to end the episode here. Because if you press the F key, by the way, it gets you off of your motorbike. If you press the left shift and F, it picks it up. Okay, so this is a good spot. I'm going to end this episode here, and in the next episode we'll continue with the basic crafting. Wherever you are in the world, God bless you, and keep every last one of you safe. Thank you for watching, and have a fantastic day. Goodbye.